actually fitted me very well because I was a big Man United fan, and of course when Bryan Robson was the coach, it's a no-brainer. And you never know what will happen. Maybe in these 2 years, Coach Mano will win 3 more trophies and say I've had enough.
Mano's Mano, like, guys, we go out there, play, we press, we beat them, whatever he says, and you're there. ออกไปฆ่าพวกมันเราต้องไปฆ่าพวกมันชนะแม่งเลย Hello, what's going on? Welcome back to Thai League Central's exclusive talk. In the past, on the show, we've had head coaches, players, and agents come on, and we're going to add another to that list. As joining me today on the Zoom call is Thai national team assistant coach Connects Wasapol X Kaewpaluk.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you. Pleasure to be on the show.
Let's shift back around 12 years. Hopefully the memory is still fresh from your point of view.
Yes.
You began your career in Thai football after going to university in the UK, correct? So you finished university, correct. You came back, and you started actually as Bryan Robson's translator.
Right. So, I mean, of course, I studied in England for 14 years, and then I came back here. And obviously, at that time was when Bryan Robson was head coach of national team, and it was like a dream job for me. And I got back, and of course, I know some people and got some connection there, and they were looking for a translator. So, actually fitted me very well because I was a big Man United fan, and of course, when Bryan Robson was the coach, it's a no-brainer. And I just took the job immediately.
Your relationship with Mano began at the Thai national team setup. Believe it or not, it's like a full cycle because you're back with him in the national team again. But you started with him back when he was coaching at the U23 level. How was that like back then?
Actually, he did the U23 without me. And after that, I joined him in the national team when he was the assistant coach to Winnie Schaefer. And that's when I met Mano, and then obviously started the journey from there. We actually went to the Suzuki Cup, and was a while ago, and we got to the final and lost to Singapore. So it was nice to actually win it 12 years on. And
you and Mano had coaching experience at clubs together. It was first at Army, and then Suphanburi, and then Bangkok United. I want to focus on Bangkok United in particular because that project is amazing. It started around in the year 2014. That time, the team was still a struggling side. Nobody really gave them a shot to be a top team. By the time you left 2020, 2021 season, they've become a powerhouse in Thai football. So can you please try to sum up that entire 7-year journey with the club?
Of course, after national team, Mano went to be head coach of Army, and then to Suphanburi, and of course the big one was the Bangkok United. That was when we got the big job. He got the big job as the head coach, and of course when we went there was fighting for relegation. I think we were 16th in the league, and we went on an amazing 10 or 11 game unbeaten run and actually finished 8th in that season. And of course, with the 6 years there, we got better and better. And what's coming up in 2 or 3 years' time, we managed to get Bangkok United up to be a top 3 club in the league.
But unfortunately, every good story has to come to an end. And that time that Mano chose to resign, there's a bit of a gap between his resignation from Bangkok United and him coaching again for Thailand. We know that he went to Vietnam, but what about you? What do you do during that time?
He took the job in Vietnam for a year, had a contract there for a year, and he wanted to take me there. But in that time, my wife was giving birth to my first son. So in that time, I could not really go there. And I told Mano that I will see you when you come back. Everything just fit into place very nicely, and we got this amazing opportunity to coach the national team. And
not a lot of people know what exactly you do. There's some people who's like, oh, is he the translator? Does he help coach with practices? So what exactly is your role?
9 years ago was obviously only a translator, but of course after Army, after Supan, after BU, when I took my licenses, and after so many years, I got to help Mano with the training, carry out the training sessions, and of course with the decisions and all this. And it was like a team thing. So at the end or during the tournament or the last few years is of course as a assistant coach, then you actually do what assistant coaches would do, like make out training sessions the way the head coach wants, or help to get the message across to the players, and do things not only a translator would do, but obviously together as an assistant coach would do also. So
Talking about getting the message across, I have to, ขออนุญาตนะ let me please impersonate you, but this is your passion right here. So Mano's in the huddle. I've seen this before. Mano's in the huddle. Like, guys, we go out there, play, we press, we beat them, whatever he says. And you're in there. เอาไปฆ่าพวกมัน เราเอาไปฆ่าพวกมันชนะแม่งเลย Like, I mean, the way that you translate is just from the bottom of your heart. It's so much energy, and it's just like, how do you do that? Is that something that's always been a part of you since you were growing up?
I think it's within the English culture, because like I grew up, I went to study in England since I was 11, and obviously that is crazy about football, how the fans cheer football and support football there. So I went to the stadiums, watched all the games, and of course it grew within you with playing sports in the high schools, universities. They're aggressive people, the English people, and it's kind of like that. You know how it is when you grow up abroad, and actually that's how it is with me. It's all about passion and just putting the message across the way that I feel, or the way that I just do it, with passion, really. Yeah. So it's been like that since I started doing this.
You're working towards a pro license, and you see yourself, you envision yourself one day to become a head coach. So
Right.
Where does that sort of align in your timeline? Because like you mentioned, 12 years now in the past with
Right.
being a translator, coming up through the ranks as an assistant coach. So is there a timeline for when you want that pro license to be accomplished, and what does the future hold?
So yeah, I mean, I just completed the A license last year, but that's when I look to the next year to start doing the pro license when they have the course here in Thailand. So I still feel there's a lot to learn still. I mean, I'm enjoying working with Mano and Luis as a team, as a staff team. So it's going really well, and I don't actually think about being a head coach yet, because I still think that I'm not ready. I still have a lot more to learn, and obviously when I complete my pro license in the future, then I would be ready. But so it's a few years to go before I could think about that. But you never know, in football, you never know what will happen. Maybe in these 2 years, Coach Mano will win 3 more trophies and say, I've had enough. I will join my life on the beach now and have a few beers for the next 3 or 4 years. So maybe it will come sooner than I think, but you never know in football. So yeah, but I mean, of course, I don't think I'm ready yet. I need a few more years to complete my pro license and be more successful in the job. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the King's Cup, the Suzuki Cup, and the Asian Cup. Let's win all 3, right? Let's win all the trophies that we have this year.
You never know. If Mano wins all the 3 cups, maybe. Let's see, man.
All right, final question. July 12 is going to be an important day because your Man United side is actually playing in Thailand, believe it or not, against my Liverpool team. I'm a Liverpool fan. So score predictions right now. Who's winning that game?
I think, man, you're playing some small team. They're coming to play for some competition. I can't remember what team it was, but yeah, I think it'll be easy win.
Love it. I love it. Thank you so much today, Kun X, for your time.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Wish you all the best for the Thai national team going forward. สวัสดีครับ
All right, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ